Ever wondered what sports might have graced the arenas of ancient China if their athletes were to compete in the Olympics today? Join us on a historical journey as we delve into the forgotten Olympic-worthy sports of ancient China. From arrow-shooting alternatives to horn-clashing warriors and moralistic wooden bowling, explore the intriguing athletic traditions that have stood the test of time. Ready to step back into a world where pitch pots, wrestling contests, and vessel lifting were the highlights of ancient Chinese athleticism? Pitch pot, Tuhu, also known as pitch pot, may trace its origins back to the spring and autumn period, which occurred between the years 770 and 476 BCE. The origin of this sport can be traced back to the necessity of a substitute for archery, which is considered to be one of the 6 essential arts that a Confucian also known as a gentleman must be proficient in. It was common practice during this time period for diplomatic banquets to include arrow-shooting matches, and visitors were expected to take part in these matches. On the other hand, people who were unable to participate in archery due to health issues had the option of playing pitch pot, which consisted of throwing arrows or sticks into a canister from a distance. The popularity of pitch pot skyrocketed, and it eventually became an essential component of diplomatic ceremonies. The Commentary of Zuo is a historical book that describes an occurrence in which Duke Zhao of Jin welcomed Duke Jing of Qi to a banquet, and over the course of the event, the two of them participated in a game of pitch pot. By the time of the Qin dynasty, the sport had moved beyond its role as a ceremonial activity and had grown into a popular pastime for scholar officials to participate in while attending drinking parties. As time went on, it eventually became a recreational sport that was enjoyed by both the literati and the common people, and it lost the significance that it had first held as a ceremonial exercise. Horn clashing. The origins of horn clashing, also known as juedi, may be traced back to a Chinese mythology that dates back more than 4,600 years. During conflicts, soldiers who were under the authority of the god King Qiyu donned helmets that were elaborately decorated with horns. The ancient military skill known as juedi, which translates to horn clashing and bears resemblance to modern wrestling, is said to have been the source of inspiration for this discipline. The first manifestation of juedi was documented in the Book of Rites during the Western Zhou dynasty, which lasted from 1046 to 771 BCE. This incarnation was referred to as jueli, which means horn strength. Initially, it was a military exercise that was conducted for the soldiers. By the time of the Qin dynasty, however, juedi had experienced a transformation, shifting from a practical army training to a performance. This change occurred during the Qin period. Because of the Qin emperor's concern about the possibility of revolt, there were limits placed on the practice of martial arts. This resulted in the development of juedi as a public spectacle that was admired by both the palace and the common people. The rules of juedi were simple. 2 wrestlers would engage in a bare-handed duel, and the winner would be the wrestler who was able to bring their opponent to the ground first. Some of the archaeological discoveries, such as a painting on a wooden comb from Hubei province that dates back to the Qin dynasty, portray topless players wearing black belts, shorts, and curled slippers. During the Song dynasty, wrestling reached its pinnacle, and people traveled great distances to watch juedi exhibitions. This indicated that wrestling was at its most popular. Juedi bouts were something that the imperial court itself organized in order to help soldiers improve their fighting abilities. Wood bowling, mushe, commonly referred to as 15-pin bowling, became a leisure activity that gained popularity during the Tang dynasty, which lasted from 618 to 907. The players in this sport were aiming to knock down pins from a distance by rolling a wooden ball, which bore a striking resemblance to the present version of the sport. The ethical component of mushe bowling was what differentiated it from traditionally played bowling. The board game consisted of 15 bamboo chute-shaped pins that were laid out on the ground in a row that was parallel to one another. For the purpose of instilling ethical ideas in the participants, each pin was engraved with characters that represented moral values. A total of 10 red character pins were adorned with inscriptions that were associated with various characteristics. These attributes included kindness, justice, etiquette, wisdom, honesty, gentleness, goodness, respect, thrift, and humility. The 5 black character pins, on the other hand, were engraved with examples of vices like pride, arrogance, sycophancy, avarice, and abuse. Once upon a time, the rules of the sport were outlined in a book called Mushe Painting, which was written by Liu Bing during the Tang dynasty. Unfortunately, this book has been lost to history. In his work titled Records of Books, read in my studio in the province, Chao Gongwu, a courtier who lived during the Song dynasty, provided a concise yet comprehensive summary of the regulations. Not only was the sport enjoyable, but it was also instructional because of the moral inscriptions that were included into the game. These moral inscriptions gave an educational component to the activity. Vessel lifting. In ancient China, the physical prowess of an individual was often put to the test through a remarkable display of strength, the act of hoisting a large bronze ding overhead. The ding, a substantial cooking vessel typically crafted from clay or bronze, held not only utilitarian significance in the kitchen, but also served as a unique tool for exercise, contributing to the development of robust muscle strength. This dual role made the ding an emblematic artifact of physical strength in ancient Chinese society. During the Tang Dynasty, a period characterized by cultural and technological advancements, the ability to lift a ding became more than a mere demonstration of strength. It evolved into a prerequisite for entering military service. Aspiring soldiers were mandated to showcase their physical prowess by successfully lifting this cumbersome cooking implement. The ding, with its considerable weight of several hundred kilograms, became a symbol of both might and stability. The historical narrative takes a tragic turn when we delve into the accounts surrounding King Wu of the Qin Empire, who met his demise during a ding lifting competition in the 4th century BCE. This poignant incident sheds light on the inherent risks associated with the sport. According to historical records, King Wu suffered a broken shin during the competition, and the event concluded with a somber note as blood poured from his eyes, suggesting a possible rupture of a blood vessel. This sobering episode underscores the dangers and challenges that accompanied the pursuit of physical strength through lifting the monumental ding. In subsequent eras, recognizing the dangers posed by the ding, alternative weightlifting equipment emerged as a safer option for the general populace. Stone discs and stone padlocks gained popularity, offering a more secure alternative for individuals seeking to engage in weightlifting without the risks associated with the traditional ding. This transition marked a shift in the dynamics of weightlifting as safety considerations became paramount. While the sport gradually moved away from the traditional ding, its legacy endured. The very notion of lifting a ding became ingrained in the cultural fabric of ancient China, leaving an indelible mark on perceptions of strength and physical prowess. The legacy of vessel lifting not only endures in historical accounts, but also contributes to the broader understanding of ancient Chinese culture and societal expectations. Beyond being a mere physical feat, vessel lifting embodied the ideals of strength, discipline, and commitment to military service during the Tang Dynasty. As the ding transcended its utilitarian purpose, it became a cultural touchstone, leaving an enduring imprint on the narrative of ancient Chinese athleticism. The landscape of sports in ancient China was characterized by a lively tapestry that was woven with a variety of athletic traditions. A fascinating look into the physical pursuits that formerly captivated the hearts and minds of the Chinese people is provided by the games that are being discussed, which include pitchpot, horn clashing, wood bowling, and vessel lifting. Although these traditional sports might not be included in the Olympic Games of today, they are nevertheless an important part of China's cultural legacy and add to the rich tapestry that is China. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.